Thank you very much, Mr. President. Colleagues, I'm sure that over the last 4 years you have heard me say many, many times that I am proud to be the senator for Gaithersburg and Rockville. As much as that, and truly one of the biggest things I've ever done in my entire life, was chair the Next Generation 911 Commission. And we are here today to recognize and honor those that are working every day to protect Marylanders and keep them safe. We have a resolution today to recognize Anthony Myers. Mr. Myers, why don't you step into the middle here? Mr. Myers has had a career of dedication to Maryland. He is the director of our Public Service Commission, so I'm sure that my colleagues are very familiar with his work on telecommunications and everything in our infrastructure. But what you may not know is that since August 30th of 1999 until last month, he has been on and then chaired the Emergency Numbers Systems Board, now renamed the 911 Board. That's the body that distributes the money, oversees the upgrades, the technological upgrades, help to ensure that all Maryland counties, all 24 jurisdictions, went live with text to 911 on the same day, August 20th of 2020, so that if you can, you should always call. But folks who are unable to call, whether it's a disability or because they're hiding from a bad guy in the closet, can text to 911, whether it's about protecting cybersecurity, funding 911's greatest needs, overseeing policies, or collaborating with the Next Generation 911 Commission. Anthony Myers has been an extraordinary debating partner and ally. He has taught me so much and has been truly just a wonderful leader in public safety. I want to recognize him today. Mr. President, before I do, I just want to recognize my colleagues. Permission to use my colleagues' names, please?
Senator may proceed.
Thank you. In the House of Delegates, now Senator Michael Jackson, while he was in the House, served with me on the 911 Commission and provided his insights in public safety as a former sheriff and an ongoing public safety leader. And then for 4 years, my friend and colleague Ed Riley has been a leader, and I'm going to ask you to wait a little, and partner and ally on all things related to 911. So I want to recognize them. And if the clerk could possibly read the citation to Mr. Myers, please.
Clerk will read this, the resolution.
Be it hereby known to all that the Senate of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Anthony Myers in recognition of serving as Maryland 911 Board Chair for over 2 decades, significantly advancing the quality of Maryland's public safety. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution to be presented on the 20th day of January, 2022. Congratulations.
Clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President.
Has everyone recorded their vote? If so, the clerk will take the call. The Senate of Maryland unanimously celebrates Mr. Anthony Myers in recognition for service as the Maryland 911 Board Chair for 2 decades. Thank you so much for your public service. I believe the senator from the 17th District has another.
Thank you, Mr. President. So before I continue my remarks, I just want to offer condolences. Mr. Myers' wife, Brooke, was going to be with us, and sadly, his father-in-law, her stepfather, passed this morning, and so she's not with us. So I know the entire body joins me in sending condolences. We're sorry she's not here for this very happy occasion. So as if 20 years, more than 20 years weren't enough, I have a surprise. One of the best decisions I ever made in this whole 911 journey was asking Steve Souder to be my vice chair. Steve has done over 50 years of service on 911. He was there in the very beginning. He is wise, he is respected, he is loved, not just in this region, but around the country. He just had knee surgery because otherwise, I assure you, he would have no walker. He is spry, he is intellectually agile and engaged 100% of the time. Whenever I had a tough decision to make, I'd call Steve Souder, and if he agreed with me, I knew we were on the right track. Just to briefly give you an idea, he ran 4 jurisdictions in the National Capital Region. He ran the 911 Center in DC, in Arlington, Virginia, in Montgomery County, and closed his career in Fairfax County, Virginia. He works in the Council of Governments, works with them, ensuring that the whole region is interconnected and making sure that on instances like 911 and other disasters, he was working on so many awful days and has stories from his time in the military and his time in 911. And so I adore Steve Souder, Steve Souder, and I'm so honored to also present a resolution to you, Steve.
The clerk will read the resolution in full.
Thank you.
Be it hereby known to all that the Senate of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Steve Souder in recognition of your 50-plus years of dedication to 911. Your leadership has made an enormous difference nationally, regionally, and in the state of Maryland. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on the 20th day of January, 2022. Congratulations.
The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? If so, the clerk will take the call. The Senate of Maryland unanimously celebrates Mr. Steve Souder for 50-plus years of dedication to 911 and protecting Marylanders across this incredible state. Thank you so much. All right, the chair recognizes...
Before I yield, I just want to recognize very briefly who else is here, so you all know who's here. I think you probably all know the Maryland Department of Emergency Management, our acting secretary, Russ Strickland, who's been an extraordinary partner in all things 911. Anna Sierra, who ran the 911 centers in both Dorchester County and Caroline County, who now works for MDEM as the Chief Development Officer and Russ's right arm. Scott Roper, who's the director of the 911 board and has been there for 7 years. And after Mr. Souder, Mr. Myers, Jack Markey, who is not just the director of the Frederick County 911 Center, but also now the incoming chair of the 911 board and does so much more regionally, and he's an extraordinary leader. And while I've got the mic, my staff is upstairs. If you guys want to just stand up really quickly. My chief of staff, Abby Snyder, and then Jessica Damiani and Rachel Applebaum. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator. All right, Chair recognizes the senator from the 33rd District.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, as we work day in and day out in the state of Maryland on behalf of our citizens, we only can hope and pray that we have the determination and the success that the senator from Gaithersburg and Rockville has. If you remember, she has been pushing this rock up the mountain, and the first 2 years she got no love, she got no success. As a matter of fact, I think the criticism rained down on her pretty hard. But she had faith, and she had role models, people in her district that she was doing things for. And she has changed the face of the state. It is a nonpartisan, bipartisan issue. She has allowed me to come along and help carry her papers once in a while. We have delegates and senators, Republicans and Democrats, because this is truly a core function of government. And we all will always remember the important work that this senator did, Mr. President.
Well said, Senator. Thank you so much. Well said. Chair recognizes the senator from the 40th District, followed by the senator from the 27th.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was given instructions by my wife this morning, who's a dear friend.
Oh, Senator, can we just, let me get Senator from 27th, from 911? Is it 911?
Yes, it's
oh, I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Myers.
Please, Senator, may proceed.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So my wife is a dear friend of Mr. Myers' wife, Brooke, and she's been an extraordinary friend of ours. And so she's instructed me this morning to thank you not only for your service, but being an extraordinary human being, and we send our best to you and your family.
Well said. Thank you, Senator. Chair recognizes the Senator from the 27th District.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I've had the extraordinary opportunity to serve on the Next Generation 911 board. Again, when you spent your life in service to a cause, there's always innovations that need to take place. Oftentimes, those are reluctantly taking place, but this dynamic team that you see before you, and there are others, to have a group of true stakeholders who are actually focused on the mission of service to our citizens of Maryland, can't ask for a better board than that or commission than that. So honored to serve. Mr. Myers, thank you for all of your service, as well as your tutelage and your mentorship from the commission. Mr. Souder, you are the face of 911, so honored to be on that board. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator. Thank you. Well, we celebrate you all. Thank you. You have helped create the bedrock of our emergency management system, and we just can't thank you enough. Thank you all for being here today. It's an honor to be able to celebrate you.